So welcome to our Tuesday night training. Normally I do a Monday night training, but for the long weekend, I thought I'd do on Tuesday just in case some people were away. And we did have the other trainings through the other teams. So some of you may not know me because there's some faces on here that I haven't met yet. So I'm Kim. I'm a part of Team Fearless. So Team Fearless has joined Team Coconut's call tonight. And so I'm an NMD underneath Val somewhere down the line. So you may have seen my face pop up. But I think it's always nice to hear from different people, different leaders in the business, because you can always resonate with someone different. Or I might say something that Val says, but the way I say it makes more sense to you and vice versa. So we're going to team up tonight, and I have recorded this so you can play it back and share it with any of your teamies. And I know our numbers aren't as big tonight as they were last night, which is understandable because the day changed, but we all know how important it is to commit to a team training just for your own business growth. You know, we want the best for every single one of you in this business, and we want to be able to give every single one of us our time. And by doing that, we put on these team trainings to give all our value, our knowledge, our experience to you guys and to hear from you as well. So I think that's really, really cool. I might just chuck it on my, I might pin my video so it's bigger for everyone. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about, we always rotate our topics for each team training, but I personally want to share how to get customers, because one of the biggest things that I hear a lot from team members in the business is, how do I do Juice Plus? How do we get so stuck on the how, right? We forget about why we're doing it, but we always want to know, how do I do it? I need to be perfect. And I need to say everything right, and I want everyone to say yes. Can I get a show of hands if you ever go through that? Because I know I do it all the time, even till this day. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to talk to them because I want to say the perfect thing and I want them to say yes. And then I don't even talk to them for like weeks, like this person that I want to share Juice Plus with. And then I realize, I'm like, get out of my head. You know, why do I want to share Juice Plus with them? So, but I want to share with you my how. Val can jump in as well and share. And if anyone else has a slightly different system that they use, please share, because some of you are probably better at, you know, I think there's some of you in here that are way better than me at getting customers. That is for sure. I know that for a fact. I'm constantly learning off my team. So, but this is something that I've found that works for me, and it's something that I've learned, and I'm really grateful to have learned this quite early in the business. That when, you know, I first started, I worked closely with Val, and we did a lot about, you know, listening to your customer or potential customer, you know, filling their wants and their needs. And we do hear that. Like, we know we've got to relieve the pain that the potential customer's having, whether it's with their health or their finances, because we know that the product helps health, we know the business helps finances, right? So something that if you're getting really, I don't like using the word stuck, right? It's a naughty word. And in Team Coconuts, we know we're not allowed to say that word. But if you are feeling like that when you're talking to someone, step back, have a pause, and think to yourself, ask yourself, do you actually know what your potential customer is looking for their health? Because I can guarantee that most of you on this call, and even if you're new, you know what the product is. You know the basics of the product. Otherwise, you wouldn't be using it. You wouldn't be a part of the business. It's fruits and veggies in a capsule. So simple. The reason we go ahead and learn a lot is because there are a lot of people who ask a lot of questions about something so simple. But you don't need to know every single answer and all the ins and outs. All you need to focus on doing is finding out, what does your potential customer need to help improve their health, or what are they looking for? So are you asking those questions? And if you hear this, and I can guarantee Val would say this as well, be the master asker. And it took me years. It honestly took me at least 2 years to understand that concept of being the master asker. It's meaning, like, every time I talk to someone, I always end it on a question, and I bring it back to asking them something about themselves. And sometimes I go straight into the health side of it because I just put my big girl panties on and just jump straight in. Sometimes it might seem a bit like that came out of nowhere. So I still ask questions about them. How are they feeling? You know, what's the time, like school holidays? And if you know they're a mum, how are you going on school holidays? You know, what are they going to say? And you mums know this. Oh my God, I'm tired. I'm over it. These kids are driving me crazy. I want to get them back to school, right? So can you see how you're asking these questions and you can start to find the little clues of, oh my God, they're tired. Ding, 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 that's a light bulb moment. Yeah, or the kids are homesick. That's another light bulb moment. Or I just go straight in with, how are you going with your health? Or do you actually have any goals that you want to achieve with your health? And sometimes you might seem, and the reason I'm saying this is I feel like this sometimes, that I feel that I'm asking, like, it's so weird for me to just ask someone about their health. But honestly, the person you're talking to doesn't think twice about it. They just say, oh, this person cares how I'm feeling. And wouldn't you think that it would be so much easier once you can get the conversation flowing about that person's health? So then you don't have to try and find out, how am I going to weave Juice Plus into this conversation? Because I get that. So does that kind of make sense? Can I get a nod for those of you on the video? And if your video is not on, just chuck it in the chat. Awesome. I'm just flicking through. Welcome to some of you that have just joined as well. Alex reckons I constantly overthink it. Crystal sure does. Megan, I overthink it. Oh, we all overthink it. And it's another message. What else have we got here? Katie, yes, sure does. Guys, I love sharing this. I know Team Coconuts, you've heard this a lot from me. But when you overthink it, who are you making it about? You're making it about yourself. If you make it about yourself in this business, you will never grow your business, because this business is about helping other people, not yourself. You will help yourself business-wise by helping other people. Do you see where the focus has to shift to? How can I help someone else? And finding and really learn about that person. Take the time. This is why this business is considered hard work. You've got to put the time in to get to know the person you're talking to. If you don't get to know them and understand what they want, you can never serve them anyway. Like one of my friends I met at one of my Pilates classes, she actually works at the studio, and she came to my class. And I just started chatting to her after class and found out she's 30 and she's got ankylosing spondylitis. So I know that's inflammation, it's pain, right? And I know stories of people who have it, including my mum. So I'm not going to start talking to her about, oh my God, you need to try Juice Plus. You're going to get so much energy. It's going to make you feel amazing. I've been on it for almost 4 years, blah, 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 blah. Because she's already telling me that she's quite healthy already. She does all this fermentation. She does all this crazy stuff that I don't even do. So I need to listen to her and be like, okay, she's in pain and she's already healthy. As in, she's already doing things. So I need to make my verbiage match her verbiage, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You know, so I want to be like, okay, I know that she will like this because she already understands health and nutrition. So I'm just throwing out examples here because I work best with giving examples. I feel like that helps me make sense with what I'm saying anyway. So does anyone have any questions on that? I wanted to try and keep it as simple as possible because it is simple. So if you have questions, chuck them in the chat. And if you have any questions, by the way, with anything, chuck them straight in and I'll answer it. So just summarizing, guys, when you want to find a customer, we all know every single person that we meet and we are connected to needs more fruits and vegetables in their life. Even if they eat 7 to 13 serves of fruits and veggies. Do they eat raw? I can guarantee they're not fully raw. Do they eat organic? I can guarantee they probably don't buy organic. And if it's not organic, are they buying biodynamic? So like even better quality. Are they getting the colors of the rainbow every single day? I can guarantee they're not. And if there's someone out there who ticks all those boxes, do you know how amazing that is? Because you want to talk to them like Juice Plus would make sense to them because they are already full of knowledge with nutrition. They're a smart cookie. So you want to give them that authority and be like, you know what, this would make so much sense to you and I would absolutely love your opinion on this product because you're already doing what this product is all about. And I think this might work in addition to what you're already doing and, you know, boost your lifestyle, boost your wellness by another 50% or 100%, whatever it might be. So I hope that makes sense there. I'll just chuck it on gallery view. Did anyone have any questions on that? Or I'm going to say it, if anyone feel like they're struggling to get customers and what they think is holding them back with it. And the reason, and whilst you're thinking, and chuck it in the chat, the reason I'm talking specifically about customers tonight, because Val's going to touch a bit on business, and customers are the backbone of our business. You don't have a business without customers, because to build a business, you need to build volume and payline, and that comes from customers buying the product. And to be customer focused, right, to really share this product is what's going to boost your business the most and create the most raving fans. So did anyone, no one's chatting, did anyone have any questions on that? No, Tish, it's always the cost drives me nuts because I don't think it's that expensive of what you get. Fantastic point. And we covered, I know I've covered this, and I'm sure this has been covered as well. The cost thing, when you understand that to sell a product, you got to bring value to the marketplace. You will go to, I'll just chuck it on the pin thing for the recording. You will go to the shops and you will buy something, and you can justify spending the money on that product because you see the value in it. You know the value it's going to give you, right? And some people don't see the value in this product, and our duty, our responsibility is to show that value. So that's where it comes back to, what does your customer want? What pain do you need to heal? If someone's really struggling with their health or energy, and you know what, at the start, and I get this a lot, oh, but it's too, I really want to have more energy. I'm sick of being sick, but it's just so expensive. And it's like, okay, and I just keep educating. And first of all, I break it down. What is the daily cost of it? And we've all got documents on that. And if you just divide the monthly cost by 30, it'll work out the daily cost for you. So you can do that yourself. And you break it down. You always start with a premium pack. Always start with a premium pack. Obviously, premium pack and shakes are the best. You know, but if you know that they're already a bit funny about the cost and you haven't even told them the cost yet, I always go straight in with the capsules, as long as that's what their pain needs to heal from, that's what they need to heal from. If it's something more along the lines of weight loss, you know, having 120 shakes, one shake a day, or however they buy the shakes, and so it works out one shake a day, is going to be better than just the capsules if you have to break it down. But I won't go into that right now, because you can always chat with your upline to help you, or your upline leader, whoever you talk to the most, to help you with each specific person. But I always start predominantly with the premium pack, $122 a month. Look, that's $3.90, $4, it's $4 a day. Cheaper than a takeaway cup of coffee, and you're getting 30 different varieties of organically grown fruit, veg, and berries. Some of these ingredients can't even be sourced in Australia. So that's number one. And I say, if you go and buy a kilo of just apples from the organic shop, 1 kilo of apples. Apples is probably one of the cheapest, or carrot. I'm looking at them right now. I'll go with apple. Apple's one of the cheapest ingredients if you were to buy them organically from the farmers market's organic section, right? And a kilo of apples is probably only about $5 organic, because they're about $2.50, $3 at the normal shops, right? So for 1 kilo of apples, probably lasts 5 days. Yeah, for $5. And if they have to do that plus 29 other ingredients, do you know, see where I'm going with that? Like, it's just understanding. That might confuse you. That works for me. So I break down that if it's $4 a day is still expensive, this is what I say to them. I say, look, I really think you would benefit from this product. And I know the fruit, veg, and berries together would be so amazing for your body. But we do have a starter pack with those people, for those people who just can't spend the money yet on their health. And it's just the fruit and veg, and that actually brings it down to only $2.60 a day. You're not going to get the benefits of the berries, but do you know what? I just want this product in your body because I really want to help you and your health. So that's how I downsell. If $79 a month is too much, drop it to the berries or even the omegas, depending on what their outcome is. Because the berries and omegas work differently, but they still kind of work similar as well. They're both really good anti-inflammatories, which reduces pain through the body, any kind of inflammation through the body. Berries is more energy because it's your antioxidants, and omegas are more brain function, clarity, good fats, that side. So there's a little fun fact for you guys. So that's what I do. So I hope that helped with the cost thing. And I would just, like, the people who usually it is a cost thing, they're the ones that take a bit of time. It's always talking to them. It's always checking in, because if you keep talking to them and even through a week or 2 weeks they're still complaining about the same thing, they're going to get to a point where they be like, you know what, I'm so sick of feeling the way I'm feeling. Then get me on board. So I hope that helps. I'm just keep answering. Cost and catching posts. Look, with posts, when you're posting on social media, this is all, I always train my team with this. Post as if you're a customer only. Post with the intention to inspire your lifestyle, but don't post with the intention to make a sale, because you will come across salesy. And that's the last thing people want. So post with the intention to inspire your lifestyle and what you're doing. And make an effort to comment on the people that you want to see your post. Make sure you go and spend half an hour going through their Facebook pages. So maybe 10 people a day, and go and comment on their stuff as well and give them some love, because then they'll see your post. You can't do, well, the thing is with the posts, and Finlay, you're in Team Coconut, so we have examples in our starter guide. And if you don't have a starter guide that doesn't have examples, and that's totally cool, follow someone that inspires you in this business and replicate what they're doing with your own twist on it. So don't copy and paste, or copy and paste and change the words up so it doesn't look word for word. So that's a good point. And I get a lot of people who say they would if it was weekly, not monthly payments. They struggle with having money in the account on the right day. Okay, this is a good one. So this is how we've got to look at this product, right? This product must come in a 4-month supply, because it's based on the red blood cell cycle. I say this to everyone. It's based on the red blood cell cycle. It is not a quick fix, and you need to allow it to build up in your body. And the science proves that it needs time to work. And the way I say it is because if they're expecting a quick fix, you want them to know that they're the type of people that think that it's kind of like this passive way of implying, well, you're a little bit, okay, I'm going to say this really bluntly, you're a little bit silly because you think that health is a quick fix. Well, we all know that that's not right. And everyone knows that good health is not a quick fix. People just want a quick fix, right? I would love a quick fix, but it just doesn't, it's not sustainable. So I always have so much certainty into why it has to come in 4 months. When you have that certainty and explain it, people believe you because you're telling the truth anyway. Now, then I say, what is really amazing about this company is even though it must come in a 4-month supply, the company has an afterpay system that allows you to pay it off in monthly installments. I've been doing this for 3.5 years because it is a lot easier for me to pay monthly than upfront. Now, then if it's say weekly, and if it's about coming out on a certain day, guys, head office is so flexible. So say you put an order through on the 5th of the month. Yes, on the 5th of every month, it's due to come out. If the money is not in the account, the customer will get a text and say, we tried your payment, it declined. We will try again over the next 4 days. They have 4 days to put money in. If they can't do it for another week, you make sure they know that. Or you call them because you're watching your reports anyway to see what's declined. And then you say, look, head office is really, really flexible as long as you let me or let them know. Does that make sense? Because I've had that where people are a bit worried, like, oh, I might not have the money on that day. Do you know what? Cool. Ring me up that month or I'll check in with you. We can change it to whatever day of that month that you like, as long as head office know. Because if they don't let head office know, it goes into an automatic debt collecting system, which is fair enough because it's a business selling a product and you've committed to a product. You've committed to a purchase. So I hope that helps. That's what I say. The reason they won't do it weekly is there is over, I don't even know, over 100,000 people in Australia on Juice Plus. More, way more. Minimum 100,000 people in Australia alone. Imagine them trying to process payments weekly. Hectic stuff. And then what if that declines weekly? And if they don't pay for 4 days, then it stops and they try the next payment. If there's a thing, if they miss 6 tries of one payment, then they get a $25 late payment fee. So if they want to pay weekly, it's actually going to be more risky for them. Or you get them to put money aside weekly into an account and then let it come out. Look, at the end, and I'm really blunt with this as well. At the end of the day, if they can't put aside money weekly, then they've got bigger issues than buying Juice Plus with their finances, or you offer them the business. The business is an incredible. I joined this business to pay back my product. I wanted, if I sold 2 premium packs a month, that was my product for free. Winning. Yeah? Always sell, and that's the thing. And I'll hand it over to, I hope that's helped. And I was just making sure I've got everyone's. Michelle, people asking for information and never hearing back from them. Well, do you know what? You get that. Do you know, most people don't, if people don't reply to you, they're just probably too scared to say no to you. And that's totally, totally fine. Are you right, Val? Oh, you just turned the light on. Okay. Yeah, if people don't reply, they just don't want to say no to your face because they don't want to hurt your feelings. If someone doesn't reply to me, I message them saying, do you know what, like, hey, Han, I would absolutely love to hear from you. I know you're probably super busy, but I just want to check in, not sure if my message came through. I'll check up about 3 times, and then after that, don't waste time on it because there's a reason why they're not replying. And then coming back to what information are you sending? Are you sending information specific to their goals and what they want? Maybe sending a video might not work for them, or they just don't want to have to sit and watch a video. You might actually need to spend the time and just type up something nice and summarize. I don't always encourage that, but sometimes people just don't want to watch a video. But videos are usually the best way to go. Okay, I think I answered all those questions. Can I just get a nod or raise your hands to the roof if that made sense? And that was awesome. Fantastic. This is recorded so you can watch it back with these tips. And just quickly before I pass it to Val, at the end, this is something I really want to touch on, guys. At the end of the day with this business, the only way to make this business work is if you put in the effort. You can have awesome dreams, you can have awesome vision, and this business can allow you to do that. But if you don't do the work, it will never happen. And you are guaranteed your promotion in this business if you hit the requirements. The promotion's already guaranteed. It's already there. You're never going to miss it if you tick off the requirements. All you have to do is tick off the requirements. And if you miss a date, you can try again. Does that make, I love that, right? You're guaranteed your promotion in this. So go out and have those conversations and start expanding your network. There's so many people out there online, around, whatever it might be. There's so many people that you can influence and help. So I hope that helped. And I'm going to, pass it over to Valsky. I'll just unmute you and...
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
Yay. Great. So first of all, guys, great to have you guys on the call. And for Team Fearless, you guys have the absolute pleasure of one of the most amazing national marketing directors of Kim Tyack, you know, adding value to your business, to your life, helping you through that promotion. So for you guys that are on, this is amazing. You got to hear different things tonight. And really what I just want to literally blast you guys with my croaky voice from bloody Tony Robbins. You know, I'm going to be really direct and not fluff, okay? And this is how I want you to look at it. You know, the how is easy. Exactly what Kim said. The how is easy when you know, number one, what your outcome is. It's like going to the gym. We don't just like, oh, we're just going to go to the gym just because we can, you know, have fun. You go there with an outcome. So you go there with an outcome, whether it's to, you know, lose weight, sculpt your body, get leaner, get fitter, whatever it is. This business is exactly the same. And talking about putting on customers, some of you guys might have heard this analogy tonight and some of you guys haven't. Who here loves winter? Like, honestly, who here loves winter? God, I fucking hate it. I'm sorry, but I hate winter. So would it be fair to say that people go through seasons? And what I mean by that, if you're a summer person and you're like, boom, boom, 12 months, you know, every day of the year, you're like a summer person, you're raving in your head, you prime yourself every morning, you're just like so upbeat. If you talk to a winter person about their health, they're like, hey, how you going? They might not even get back to you. And what we do sometimes is that we talk to people in different seasons and they don't match our energy. So I think Michelle Ryan or someone on there said, what happens when they don't get back to us? Maybe you're talking to someone in winter and you're in summer. really funny. When I got that, I was like, wow, that just hit home with me. So really always just make sure that, you know, not everyone is in that same season that you are. I'll put some light on here. The next thing that I realize is that each and every one of us here want to be really good online, right? We all want an online business. So what I would love to encourage each and every one of you is to make sure your timeline is your shop front. That is totally on point, exactly like Kim said, which is inspire people to show them your life from a health point of view, a lifestyle community. So just imagine each and every one of you had a Nike franchise, right? You had an awesome Nike store in the city, but it was filled with stuff from Big W. It was filled with a messy, you know, shop front looking terrible. No one would open those doors. No one would knock on the door. So if you're relying on an online business, guys, and people to buy your product, okay, because you work full-time or you're part-time, if you're relying on social media, make sure that timeline is on point. Otherwise, no one's going to knock. No one's going to want to, you know, message you and say, God, Bianca, you're kicking ass with your pregnancy. You look amazing. Okay, so it's so important, guys, that timeline. The next thing that I've been really coaching a lot of my team on, and similar to Kim, is when people say, hey, babe, how you going? I want to know what stuff you're doing. The first thing I always say is, and I've been taught this also by my business coach, is actually answer those questions. I know it sounds silly. Sometimes we can just go in and say, oh my God, how are you? I'm amazing. You know, I love my Juice Plus. They haven't asked that. Sometimes you need to say, hey, babe, thanks for reaching out. What's going on? The next thing is like, you know what? My health's really bad at the moment. I'm not having great health. I've got no energy. The worst thing you can do is going and make it all about you and say, really, how long have you been feeling like this? And it's exactly what Kim said. This can take maybe weeks, maybe 2 months. But if you're never making those connections, if you're never, you know, having those conversations, you've got nothing to reap. So always going and answer those questions. And what I've been doing, and it's been working a treat with the team that I'm coaching, is to say, you know what? I was totally looking for something that really aligned with our health. And I really came across this amazing program called the Juicy Life Program. You know, being a mum, I was really confused on what to cook every night. And I just love the ebooks. I love the variety that it gives. Now, if I'm talking to a mum, guess what every mum wants? Guess what every mum wants at 5 o'clock at night? They want recipes. So I talk that language, and that's really helped a lot of our team. And it really just comes down to, guys, being consistent. Consistency in Kim's eyes could be different to me, to someone that's on the line. And the reason is because we all have a different outcome. So the best advice I can give you guys is know what your outcome is for your business. Kim said it about 10 minutes ago. When Kim first started, she knew she had to put on 2 premium packs every month. She knew if she only put one, she was dipping into a savings or a wine account. So she worked a little butt off to make sure she put on 2 prems. So for some of you guys here, you might not be getting the success that you want, to be honest. And I guarantee you, you haven't had your business hats on and you don't have that outcome on what you want. If you're just like, well, I just want to put on customers, but put on customers to qualify, put on customers to pay for your business, put on customers to create $6,000 a year, put on customers to get to a promotion, put on customers to, you know, next year I'm only dropping down to 3 days a week. Can you see how that's really, really different from someone that wants to pay for their product to 3 days? And I guarantee you, when you guys know your outcome, the rest is easy. Because what Kim has set up and what we have set up here in Team Fearless, we have the most amazing blueprint. I don't know if you guys know that in Team Fearless, you guys have access to Kim through the Pilates ebook. She's called Dr. Kim. Her background and her knowledge and the value that she's given to the whole community has been amazing. So it comes down to, are we being resourceful enough? Okay, are we really bringing on those resources? Are we listening to our uplines? So it really comes down to, guys, just make sure we got our ears open and we're listening to the problem. And I'll give you an example. Probably about a year and a half ago, a girl reached out to me. I hadn't seen her in 30 odd years, since I was a little girl. She went, "Hey Val, what's this juicy stuff you're taking?" Now, thank goodness I learned how to listen, because the old me would have said, "Oh my God, babe, this stuff is so amazing. It's a variety of fruits and veg. It's given me energy." She actually wasn't looking for energy. She was actually struggling to fall pregnant. And lucky, I asked her powerful questions around that. So I always say, like Kim says, the answers are in the questions, always. And majority of people in this world are very significance driven, which means they just want to be heard. They honestly just want to be heard. So when you're having a conversation with them, you know what, and you're just making it all about you all the time, you're not going to get anywhere. Sit back, listen, and really think, you know what? What's the problem in here? Energy, no friends, no money. We get to cover everything what our human needs want. And at the end of the day, my biggest thing in this, if you're not having fun in this, if you're stressing, if you're thinking it's expensive, it's like, oh God, I've got to speak to this person. If you think that, that's exactly how your business will grow. What we think, we create. So if you think this is fun, this is hard, this is boring, I can't be bothered with it, it's expensive, you're actually going to manifest that in a customer. And to be honest, the customers I've put on the last couple of months, not one of them have said it's expensive, because I see absolute value in it. I see absolute value in it. So I'm going to leave it at that, because I can waffle, and I would sooner ask some powerful questions. And I just really understand, guys, that people go through seasons. And you're trying to get someone out of a shitty winter season and expect an answer right now, and they could be going through a divorce. They could be going through a breakup. And you're like having fun raving out in summer. Just really remember that.
Awesome.
So that's okay, Kim.
No, that was fantastic. I loved it. We actually had, thank you so much, Val. I love it when like us leaders get together, because it's so good to, I just love it. We get so many different ideas, and what everyone says is always cool. Everyone's saying thank you to you. So fantastic. Guys, this is going to cut out in 1 minute. I usually run this for an hour, but I just don't have the one that goes for an hour. Can I get a show of hands who will be jumping on? We'll jump back on for another 20 minutes. This is about to cut out. Is anyone going to commit to another 20 minutes of team training? Yep. Fantastic. Val, if you want to stay, we've got another 20 minutes. I just don't have the Zoom Pro version, so are we good?
I'll have to leave if that's okay. I'm going to drive back around the block, but if anyone wants, I will stay